To Porzingis. KP, Kristaps Porzingis. Looking good, 4 for 5.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
To Young. Kristaps Porzingis pins it.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Lee with the basketball. He'll run the offense. Lets it fly from long range. That won't go. To Young. Off the assist.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Dallas has it. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way.
Ooh, I think people are leaving already.
Porter. 4-3. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
He showed that he had great chemistry with his teammates on that shot. Keep getting him good looks, and the one will just keep scoring.
Here's Barea. Looking to make something happen. Cashes in for 2.
I wasn't quite expecting him to get there, but I can be wrong. Sometimes, not a lot, but maybe sometimes.
To Zach LaVine. To Porter. Otto Porter. Better late than never. That was his first shot, and it goes down.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
To Porzingis. Thaddeus Young rejects it.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
You got the screen right.
Here comes the screen.
Big screen right there, big screen.
From the painted area, won't go down. Kristaps Porzingis sends it away. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Kristaps Porzingis. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Young. To Markkanen. Chicago with 4 to shoot. From the outside, no good.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
To Young. From long range, and Thaddeus Young. It's good off the quick release.
Ed, I get it. I know why Indiana fans love Thaddeus Young. He's that guy that just shows up to work every day and is going to outwork you, outgrind you. They don't make players like that anymore.
Lee. To Hardaway. Down low for Powell. To the rim. Lays it up and in.
There you go. I like seeing scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Here comes the screen. Dwight Powell with the block.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
To Bagley. Hardaway. Down low for Powell. Slam dunk. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
spinning shot. Won't fall. Off the mark. No good. Deep three. At the buzzer. 3 quarters down. Nice cushion for the Bulls. Dallas with the basketball as we begin the 4th quarter. They're looking up at a big margin, and that, Jay, shouldn't come as a surprise to many.
Well, for them to have a chance to win, I'm glad they brought their A game in their backpacks here to the arena, but that's not enough. They need their A-plus game, and they need to execute down the stretch. You need to throw everything in the bag at them in order to win this game.
Lays it up and in.
You know, it reminds me of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Seth Curry to Porzingis. KP, Kristaps Porzingis. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
Give him 2 points. High percentage.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Right. And that'll get out of bounds off one of the Mavericks. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. To Porter. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. No good. Defense catching a break there.
I agree. I thought there was a foul, but also it's all about your approach. You can't come down the lane and jump off one leg. It's called a power lift. Go off 2 legs and expect the contact.
Short jumper won't fall. Here's Barea. Down a bundle to Gortat. Here comes the screen. To Porzingis. Cleans it up. Offensive board. Rebound Markkanen.
And you knew this game had a chance to get out of hand pretty quickly because of the communication. When these guys stepped on the court, Ed, they were yapping back and forth to each other. And that kind of communication, that kind of collective responsibility to one another, you feel that on the court. That's why this team is special.
Shot clock's at 5. Down to 4. Marcin Gortat swats it.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Won't go down. To Wendell Carter. Short jumper won't go down.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
Here comes the screen. The screen sets him up for 2.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
Now the Bulls will take the timeout as they'll talk things over here in this 4th quarter. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor.
Entering the game for Dallas, number 1, Courtney Lee.
Levine. LaVine. He's 3 of 5, 60% shooting from the field.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. The pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Layup goes down. Well done.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
To Young. Carter. Has a chance. Jumper's good.
There's something that is so impressive about what we saw this evening. Not just the shot-making ability, but the fact that not every shot came from the pocket. There were some bad passes being made, and the shots came from different places around the body, which aren't usual for the typical shot. That shot-making ability, that's something special to watch.
Marcin Gortat at the line for a chance at a three-point play. He's perfect from the line so far. Free throw up and good. It's a three-point play, but a rare spot as they continue to trail big. And the basket good at the rim. The Bulls take this one as they cruise to win a game that was never really in doubt. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Bulls put their opponents away in a blowout. The scoring display they put on is going to be hard to forget. It's hard to imagine anyone doesn't come away impressed with how effectively they score their points. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Chicago Bulls. The Mavericks are no longer suffering through what was a big-time blowout. My advice for these guys is not to watch any TV tonight because it's not going to help them forget about this game. Everyone is going to be talking about this one. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Dallas Mavericks.
Game trap. Steals. Player of the game.
And while you can't track leadership on a stat sheet, it was by far the most impressive thing he did in this game.
Who was cold?
This isn't the segment you want to be in, of course, but even the best players find their way into this part of the show. Here are the top 3 plays from the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
And here we've got the upcoming games for the Dallas Mavericks. That does it for us. On behalf